This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a counseling practice? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Dr. Nici Richardson-Mcfarland with Crown of Hope Counseling. Dr. Nici, how are you today?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm also doing well. Now, we are excited to learn all about you and your business. Can you start off by telling us a little bit about your company and what inspired the name Crown of Hope Counseling?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I appreciate that. We are a mental health private practice that offers counseling and telechaplaincy. We're really grateful to meet people in whatever season of life they are in, meeting them right where they are and helping them find threads of hope on the horizon. I came up with the name actually because it was after this really horrific storm that was in DFW one time. I grew up in Texas, and you know how sometimes we have those storms where the rain's sideways and the wind's blowing and it just feels like it's just the sky's open. And it was right after a storm, and I was driving on the highway, and you could see the sun just encapsulate the top of the cloud. And you could see that the sun was trying to break through the cloud. And it just reminded me that there was a crown, and that even in the middle of that storm, that there was light beyond it, and that there was something that you could just wait for and just know was there. And so that's where Crown of Hope came, was just that promise that no matter how hard someone may be in a season, that there is something beyond, and that there's something you can hold on to, and light is coming.
Wow, well, that's a beautiful reason to name the company what you did, and most definitely, right? We only see that light when there's that contrast of the darkness. Now, how did you originally get into an industry like this, Dr. Nici?
That's a good question. Honestly, I didn't grow up thinking, oh, I'm going to sit with people and hear exactly what's on their heart and what's on their mind. To be honest with you, I went through so many just hardships as I grew up. My mom had a really rare disease, and being her caregiver and being with her and her doctor's appointments and in the hospital in and out, I got to just hear and be with so many people who were just going through unthinkable seasons of life. And there was just something incredible when you got to enter this sacred ground and just talk with people and hear their heart. And it wasn't until after I got my bachelor's in psychology, which is a degree that's great, but also you don't get to do much with that degree. And I was in that degree, and I was thinking, oh no, what's next? And I had a mentor who just really spoke life into me. And he sat me down and he just said, have you ever thought about counseling? And I never went to counseling. I didn't know anything about counseling. So the more I looked into it, I thought, wow, what an incredible thing you can offer someone, just that undivided attention and that ability to hear someone and not feel like you have to worry about whether they're going to repeat it or whether you're going to lose that sense of trust and that safety. And so from a sweet mentor's words is what started me on that path and how I became a counselor.
Wow, quite a story you have there. Now, being in this industry today, what is the most common myth or misconception you come across in your industry?
Oh, goodness. I really wish that we had less myths to choose from, to be completely honest with you. But I think one of the most pressing ones we have in today's time is just to get over it, just to get over and accept that life is hard and just move on. And in reality, it's not a sign of weakness. If someone is going through something that's really difficult and they don't know how to cope, they don't know how to process or feel or what to do. And so I really think one of those biggest myths is that, if you need to go to counseling, it's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of lack or inability. And in reality, when you go to counseling, it's actually a sign of investment and proactive engagement and a sense of permission for you to really figure out how to do something different and how to be the best version of yourself.
Now, we know marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target clients? And in terms of marketing today, how do you attract them?
That's a great question. When I first started Crown of Hope, it was just me. So to be honest with you, my marketing was very targeted. I'm not just a counselor. I'm actually a board certified chaplain. So I am someone who typically people trust to work with through grief, compassion fatigue, spiritual distress. Those types of really hard situations. But I'm blessed to work with a team of people. And the team of people and the providers at Crown of Hope specialize in a myriad of, different different experiences and hardships. And so really and truly, we are just a team of providers who just love to meet people authentically where they are. We love to be our authentic selves and get to engage people and really help them through anxiety, depression, family struggles, marriage confusion, identity issues, grief, trauma, spiritual distress, really anything that you can think of. Our team is really equipped, and I'm just blessed beyond compare. So our marketing team, sometimes they just roll a Yahtzee dice and they just try to make sure that they speak to someone out there to let them feel seen, known, and heard. And really that is just our heartbeat, is that if we can just allow people to feel seen, known, and heard, that is the type of person we want to be able to meet with. And so really we are here to serve adults as old as 102 and kids as young as 6 years old. We're ready and able, and we're just so grateful to have that platform to speak to everyone and anyone who needs that kind of safety net.
Amen. And have you ever thought about having your own podcast before?
No, I haven't. But can I just tell you, not even 24 hours ago, the person who's in charge of my marketing, so maybe like she just planted a bug in your ear. She actually was telling me like, Nici, I just want to be able to ask you questions, and I just want you to be able to talk. And I was like, I don't think anyone really wants to listen to that. So to be honest with you, I haven't thought about it, but if God wills it, you never know it will happen.
Now, outside of work, what do you and your family like to do for fun?
Well, I have 2 toddler girls. So to be honest with you, I have a 3 and a 2-year-old. And what they determine as fun is what our family does. And so to be honest with you, we get to have a lot of dance parties, and we get to play a lot of soccer. And my oldest daughter, who's 3, she is the most hardest person to feed. She is such a struggle. And so I am desperately trying to find any recipe I can on Pinterest or on something that I can try to get her stomach to get excited. So what I'm doing for fun right now is trying to figure out the labyrinth of my daughter, which is sort of fun.
Honestly, though, family is so important to have, and it just opens up your life to a whole new span of adventures. So that's a great blessing that you have.
They're worth it, truly.
Now, please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about Crown of Hope Counseling.
I would love everyone to remember that no matter what they're in, that there is hope and peace that they can experience. And that is really our passion, is to allow people to really give themselves the ability to know that whatever really hardships that they're facing, they're valuable, and they're valid of really being able to honor and experience. But at the same time, their story is not ending, and they deserve to be able to see that even in the midst of the storm, that there is light, and that we can get experience and find that light in the storm, and we can experience true and everlasting peace.
Amen. And in that same vein, I think it goes back to, God doesn't only give us, the blessings, but he also entrusts us with the challenges he allows us to experience, because
True.
He gives the biggest challenges to the strongest warriors. And I think that's something to always keep in mind.
That was bold.
Just
out. Yes.
just speaking from the heart here. So Nici, Dr. Nici, what our listeners would really like to know today is, where can they go to learn more about Crown of Hope Counseling?
We have a website, www.crownofhopecounseling.com. We also have an Instagram that my marketing woman is phenomenal. She will just impress you with her color, and she does a great job. And so you can go to our Instagram, which is Crown of Hope Counseling as well.
Well, Dr. Nici, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you. Truly, I really appreciate this chance to get to know you.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com, or call 469-221-9345.